Christopher Nolan's latest film, Oppenheimer, would soon become a game changer for movie theaters.
Okay.
Hear me out. First and foremost, Oppenheimer tells the story of the American theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, who was involved in the development of the first atomic bomb, aka the Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project is an experiment used by the United States in order to develop nuclear weapons before the Germans did. It was led by Harry S. Truman, the president at the time, who was planning on launching these at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The 1940s was a dark time for America, as it was difficult for people to move forward after the Great Depression and Dust Bowl. This created fear and paranoia amongst people, as scientists were still trying to figure out how to win the war. The film is considered to be on the same level of historic dramas such as Jojo Rabbit and 1917. As of the writing of this video, we're only 1 month away from watching Oppenheimer in theaters, and the hype couldn't have gotten bigger and better. With a rocky production setting it back due to the pandemic, Nolan has said that this film will shock audiences. Hoyt van Hoytema, the cinematographer, previously worked on Jordan Peele's Nope and Nolan's Interstellar, is working on this film, and judging by the mix of horror and science fiction, it would be captivating to see how everything turns out. This biography genre has the potential to become gritty and dark, at the time of World War II has drastically impacted the American dream. A complete shift in tone and long runtime gives an overall sense of distinction from other movies, making it feel innovative and authentic. The use of 35 and 75mm while using IMAX cameras is resourceful and original, as it serves both a tribute and homage to early cinematography and filmmaking. According to sources, the trailer implemented sounds of a dwindling doomsday clock to emphasize and showcase fear. For those who don't know what a doomsday clock is, a clock is a symbol or device that represents the possibility of global devastation or catastrophe. It was built in 1947, 2 years before the events of Oppenheimer reportedly take place. I highly doubt the filmmakers would showcase the invention of the doomsday clock in a time skip, but it would serve as a theme of the film towards the danger of humans harming the planet with man-made contraptions. Another distinctive quality that this film has going for is how realistic everything will sound. By far the biggest shocker for this movie was the decision to not implement CGI in a bold move, considering how explosive the film will be. Test audiences reportedly felt devastated by the film's screening, and given how intense the tone it will be, it seems like this will change the game for movies moving forward. Throughout the filming of Oppenheimer, Nolan has stated that the reason why there are black and white scenes as well as vivid colorful scenes is because there are two timelines that overlap and are told through different perspectives and people's points of view in the story of the movie. He also describes that the themes will involve intelligence as represented by the many scientists who worked on the real-life Manhattan Project. It is Nolan's longest film to date, clocking in at around 3 hours. The use of film stock, even when it's 11 miles long, is fascinating. 75mm has rarely been used in film, and the fact that there are many aspiring people who will look up to the artistic aspects and techniques used to recreate an original story in film structure is fascinating. When we look at the use of sound, especially when Nolan directs a film, it is used to express or show an emotional impact to the audience. Colors in certain scenes pop out and give expression, which shows Nolan's use of creativity. His films are supposed to immerse you within the audience. Like many historic genres based on novels and publications, Oppenheimer is no exception. Based on the award-winning biography American Prometheus by Kai Bird and Martin J. Sherwood, the film will tackle realistic depictions of anti-war efforts on a morality scale. Most adaptations based on amazing novels tend to have amazing reviews and success at the box office, even if they're based on original intellectual properties. Implementing history to film can be hard since screenplays are time-consuming and pressuring, with some aspects taken away from the final cut or revamped to fit our current aspect of climate. In Jojo Rabbit, things are played at less serious and more comedic, even though the content is based on is ultimately tragic. Source material matters to the presence of a film as long as it contributes to the tone or genre. Okay, you're probably thinking, how does this contribute to becoming a game changer? Well, dear viewer, it's all about execution, visual elements with style, and changing things up. The execution matters because if you want to tell a different and unique story, you need to make sure it's consistent with world building and tone. Alongside the script, the execution can make or break a story. Visual elements add flair, which highlights the film to insane levels, as the director can stand themselves out from the rest using color grading and cinematography. Dissecting historical events and changing the feel of the event told in Nolan's style can help the film succeed and change the way we see original production movies as an art form for years to come. These three elements combine to create the potential drastic film than a major box office franchise. Ultimately, it's up to the filmmakers and producers to decide how everything feels and works out, bigger budget or not, and all we can do is play the waiting game.